All right, everyone, welcome back. Dating can feel like a wild ride sometimes.
Yeah, it really can.
So many apps, so many
Uh,
profiles, and sometimes it feels like you're just going through the motions.
hmm
So today we're going deep on an idea that could seriously shift your whole dating game.
Okay, I like it.
We're talking about being selective versus being picky when you're looking for a partner.
Now that's a distinction worth exploring.
It really is, and the source material we've got today really nails it. It goes beyond just the words.
Yeah.
It gets down to figuring out what truly matters in a partner and how not to trip yourself up along the way.
Love that. Avoiding self-sabotage.
Exactly. So let's unpack this. The source keeps mentioning intentional standards when it comes to selective dating.
Okay.
But how is that different from just, having standards which could make you picky?
Right, that's the million-dollar question. It's all about where those standards come from.
Okay, I'm listening.
Intentional standards are all about your core values, what you really believe in, and the kind of relationship you want to build.
Got it.
You're not just randomly making a list. You're figuring out what truly leads to compatibility.
Compatibility, long-term happiness.
Yes, exactly. The kind of stuff that helps you and your partner grow together.
So not sweating the small stuff.
Right. So give me an example. What are some of these intentional standards the source talks about?
Well, let's start with emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
It's more than just someone who's in tune with their own feelings, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's about finding someone who can understand and respond to your feelings with empathy,
Makes sense.
someone who gets where you're coming from.
Yeah,
That's how you build healthy communication.
for sure. I've been in those relationships where you just feel like you're talking to a wall.
Ugh, been there. So
Yeah.
frustrating. It's like you're speaking different languages.
It's exhausting.
Exactly. The source also emphasizes kindness. And I don't mean just surface level politeness.
Okay, more like genuine kindness. Exactly. Real warmth and generosity of spirit. Someone who treats everyone well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It might seem obvious, but these qualities are so fundamental for a loving relationship.
Right. So we've got emotional intelligence, we've got kindness. What else are we looking for?
Shared values. You'd be surprised how often people overlook this.
I could see that.
It's about having a similar outlook on the world. Do your fundamental life goals align?
Right. Like if you want kids someday, but your partner's completely against it.
Exactly. Those are the kinds of things that can lead to major conflict down the road.
Big time. So being intentional, looking for emotional intelligence, kindness, shared values.
You got it.
But how do we make sure we're not being too picky? Where do we draw that line?
Ah, the picky trap. Our source gives a great example.
I'm intrigued.
Would you actually reject someone amazing just because they're, say, an inch shorter than you'd like?
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Or maybe they don't have the same exact taste in music as you.
Oof. Yeah, I think we've all been guilty of that at some point.
It's so easy to get hung up on those little things, right?
Yeah, totally.
But that's precisely what the source calls the picky trap. You get so focused on those surface level preferences.
And miss the big picture.
Exactly. You overlook their character, their heart, the amazing partner they could be.
It's about seeing beyond those superficial details. So how can we tell if something is a real red flag, a genuine deal breaker, or just a personal preference that we should try to let go of?
The source suggests a really useful exercise. Ask yourself, why is this a deal breaker for me?
Okay, I like that.
Dig deep. Is it a fundamental incompatibility that would prevent the relationship from working?
Right.
Or is it just a personal preference that might be clouding your judgment?
That's such a good point. It's like, okay, maybe I usually go for brunettes, but is that really a deal breaker?
Exactly. Or am I missing out on someone incredible?
Exactly. And it's good to remember that nobody's perfect, right? We all have our quirks and flaws.
Absolutely. The goal isn't to find someone who checks every single box on some imaginary list.
It's not about perfection.
Right. It's about finding someone whose strengths complement yours, whose flaws you can accept, and who inspires you to be your best self.
Okay, so to sum things up, being selective means knowing yourself,
Absolutely.
knowing your values, and looking for those qualities that create a fulfilling, long-lasting relationship.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's not about having some impossibly long checklist. It's about recognizing what truly matters.
And it's about remembering that quality trumps quantity.
Yes,
You'd rather have one amazing, meaningful connection than a bunch of shallow ones.
definitely. It's like choosing a good book. You want
Yeah.
to be engrossed in one incredible story,
Totally.
not skim through a bunch of mediocre ones. So next time you're thinking about your dating choices,
Yeah.
ask yourself, am I being selective Or am I falling into that picky trap?
Love it. And maybe something for you to consider.
Thanks for joining us. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. And let me know, what are your thoughts?
Until next time.
See you next time.